next guest, one of the top Republicans who will vote on the Kagan nomination. This is a guy you want to try to impress if you want to be on the Supreme Court. He supported Kagan for her current job, as I said, as Solicitor General. Which way is he leaning right now? Probably too early to tell, Senator Arnach. But where do you think this is going?
Well, she has to be given a fair hearing, and frankly, I want to keep an open mind until we get to see all of her writings, her speeches, her, her ostensible matters that might help us to understand her judicial philosophy. It's important judicial philosophy, because is she going to be a person who substitutes her personal views for that of what the law really should be or is? And I know her personally, and I have great respect for her.
What is the difference then between approving someone to be Solicitor General versus a Supreme Court Justice? What do you look for that distinguishes the two?
The principal difference is that the United States Supreme Court appointment is for life, and once
that's
you're on there,
a very good point, isn't it? Yeah.
That's the point, really. For Solicitor General, you may be there as long as your president who nominated you may be there, but that's different. And frankly, she's a qualified person in many ways for the Solicitor General's position. Is she the type of person who is going to rule in accordance with what the law really is, with what the Constitution really says, or is she going to substitute her own personal predilections for what the law ought to be rather than what it is? And we'll just have to see how that goes. She's a very smart woman. She did a good job as dean up there at Harvard. I've lectured at Harvard. She's attended my lectures. She's been very personable. On the other hand, there are some things up there that were done that are matters of great concern.
Well,
so
Senator, when the president cited, I'm sorry, sir, but when the president cited among some of her key moves, and that is this idea that companies can devote whatever they want in recognition of free speech, a 5-4 vote in the Supreme Court said, very controversial decision, which he fingered a lot of the Supreme Court justices in the well of the House during the State of the Union address. But he cited that and cited her arguments against allowing companies to do that. Do you think one of her first prerogatives will be to revisit this?
Well, the president cited the Citizens United case and miscited it as he spoke from the pulpit there in the House of Representatives. It's a very, very interesting question, and look, let's start from what we know. We know that this president is not going to put a person on the court who may be moderate or conservative. This president's going to appoint a liberal, and there's no use kidding. We know that Elena Kagan is liberal. Now, you can be liberal and be a great justice. Justice Stevens, as much as I differed with him, I considered to be a very fine justice. In the case of Elena Kagan, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what her judicial philosophy really is. And that means, is she going to be fair and impartial? That's all we can ask.
Okay. Senator, thank you very much. Good seeing you again.